Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. It's been raining. Seems like forever. But luckily, in the meantime, before the rain hit, I got all the fields seeded in. Then the rain came. It was just start off with like a drizzle, light rain, so I worked through it. Cut down a lot of trees around the shed, around the fields that I've been wanting to get rid of. And yes, I made more lumber. More lumber. Not just this pile here. There's piles, I don't want to say everywhere, but in a good area. Plus, you're probably thinking, what's that over there? Yes, I found an implement. The store has a web page for used items, and I found that's like a wood chipper, stump grinder. Got it for $8,000, so I was like, yes, please, I could really definitely use that. So I've been rather busy. Like I said, cutting down trees, making some planks and some posts. Hopefully put a shed here because, well, this is, when you want one implement, it always seems to be the one in the back. So it's getting a little bit too crowded in here. It's time to go ahead and get the shed built. The weather forecast for this afternoon is supposed to clear up, so maybe by then I'll be able to get something. I mean, I could build in the rain. I mean, I'm not made of sugar. I'm not going to melt, so I mean, I can just go ahead and work in the rain. Nothing weird's going to happen here. Let me get this hitched on up here. If I can get the PTO shaft to, there we go. Oh, the one thing I want to check on, because I haven't checked on it yet, is I want to go over to the silage pit. I also got some grass cut. I kind of actually forgot about that. I put that there, compacted. That's been there for a while, so I'm pretty sure when I get over there, that would be ready. I should fold up that pipe. I don't need it running into anything. But I have used the stump grinder just a little bit. Getting rid of some stumps, like in the field behind. There's a tree that was there. Of course, we cut down the tree a while ago. The stump is now gone. Let me step out here just for a moment. Yep, 100% done. 250,000-ish liters of silage sitting in there. I did that a couple days ago. Yeah, it took quite a while with the setup that we have. So with that being said, what is the price of silage going for today? $170. And not the greatest. Also on my tablet, as we're looking, yeah, look at the chickens. A lot of chickens. But the chickens need to be fed, so I need to go ahead and take care of that this morning at some point. I would prefer to feed them after the rain stops, not to get the grain wet, but then I started thinking their feed trough is kind of out in the open anyway, so it's going to get wet one way or the other. But yeah, I want to start getting rid of some of these stumps that are around here. Hopefully I can find them all. That's why we cleared out all the shrubs not long ago. But a handy dandy little piece of, when I saw this for $8,000, I'm like, ooh, I've seen the new ones. New ones go for like 50, 55, 60, somewhere in that range here. But this one you can see has a lot of wear and tear on it. I need to start looking at that page a little bit more. Not much on there, to be honest with you. It was like this and a cultivator. Mostly small stuff. And on this farm now, I'm thinking, I don't want to sweat the small stuff. I want to go to the larger stuff. So the big field, yes, that has been planted and it's been weeded already. Yeah, I just replanted some more soybeans. Same thing could be said for this field right here. That was planted, weeded, and fertilized. So all the fields are pretty much ready to go, except for the one that we put oats in. I know I weeded that field, but I guess the weeds regrew because it has been a while. That field's been ready for harvest for a little bit. So I guess the weeds just came back because it's been a while. Like I said, not much I can do about it. They're in there. So we're going to go ahead and store that. Oh, you probably also saw the planks and the post over by the silage silo as well. Yeah, I'm getting kind of prepared to build a cow pasture. But that's not all. I mean, I cut down so many trees and made so many planks and posts. I got some on the other side of the pond as well. Yeah, I was just thinking back last night. I was sitting on the deck when it was raining, just sipping a cup of coffee, just listening to the distant thunder and all that, and I was just having some flashbacks of what's been going on. Trying to think of that riddle as well, and my mind just started drifting a little bit. And I had so much fun taking care of the horses at one time. I was thinking I would like to have a horse. So yeah, I had enough posts and planks and wood. I'm like, yeah, do I have enough to build a horse barn and pasture? Maybe to get one horse, maybe two, and that's it. And I know that the storage webpage is looking for horse trainers. I probably won't be doing that. I'll probably just get two horses and yeah, just to ride around on them, which wouldn't be too bad to kind of scope out the land a little bit more, riding the horses once in a while. So I think it'd be a good addition to the farm as well. So yeah, we'll be adding cows and horses to the farm in the near future. I got the material, I got the wood material for it. I have not purchased the metal roofs or all the hardware that will go into putting the beams and posts together, like nails and such. But the first thing I want to build is the shed. So hopefully when the rain stops this afternoon, I can go ahead and voila, get working on a shed. Meanwhile, the money situation, we're sitting right around 80,000. Like I said, I had to spend $8,000 on this piece of machinery, but it's going to be well worth it for sure. I mean, got rid of all those stumps just like that. And if I wanted to, this thing is big enough to where I could wood chip down a whole tree if I wanted to. So that will come in really handy. Really, really handy. I don't know if I'll do that. I think I'll just bring it to the wood chipper and do it that way still. Just trying to drive around here a little bit, see if there's any tree stumps left over. I do not think so. So yeah, I need to build a shed here, which is not going to be too difficult. It's not going to be a huge shed, just enough so I can get some. I mean, I think it's going to have maybe like five spaces, and I'm going to have some like side areas on as well to have like drive-throughs, because I would like to get our bale shed. I don't know if I may just keep using that bale shed that we have as a parking area and build another bale shed if I ever get that far, because I'm going to need some straw, obviously, for the cows and the horses. So here's the wood planks and post here. The cow pasture, as I kind of planned a long time ago, was going to go right here, right across from the silage bunker. Yeah, 250,000 liters of silage. I don't know how much I'll get for that. I think I've seen a high price of just over 200 once in a while, so I'll just wait for that price to reach there. The other thing I do need to do is I need to head on down to the store to top this tractor off with some diesel fuel. It's getting kind of low on that. So let me go ahead and drop off this wood chipper in here. It doesn't seem like I have, since I came here, and I was thinking about this last night sitting on the deck, since I came here, it doesn't seem like I've gotten that much more equipment. And this shed, wasn't quite, I mean, it was pretty full for what we had. But I mean, I've sold some equipment, but I don't think I've bought that much more. And here I am thinking, man, everything's getting clustered in there, and I moved stuff down to the other, if you want to call it a shed, it's down there. Yeah, I don't know where. I mean, maybe I have bought more equipment than I thought. So here are the weeds growing in this field, and I could have sworn I've weeded that field. But has it been that long where weeds can grow back? I'm not sure. But that field's ready for harvest. Yeah, I'll just have to wait for the rain to stop and give it a few hours to dry. Since I'm going past here, I haven't actually been down here this morning to check on the animals. But I do know 5,000 liters. So I got like 8,000 liters of eggs. But I mean, the chickens are just booming here. Yeah, the feed is getting a little bit low. Nothing that, like I said, I might wait until the rain stops. But if I get too bored and the rain doesn't stop, I'm going to have things to do. The other thing I could do is I want to make another field. More fields, this means more crop and all that good stuff. I think I can kind of handle it, because by putting down another field sooner, and it's going to be a pretty decent sized field, yeah, I got a tractor in mind. I don't know if it's something I'm not used to, so we'll have to see. But then again, I don't, who knows? I'll have to see how it goes. How are the sheep doing? So already 1,000 liters in there. That's gonna be like 250-ish. Yeah, somewhere around there. All right, so the sheep are doing. Yeah, the sheep. It's not gonna look like they're producing much wool, because those two pallets that I bought last time can hold 10,000 liters, so it gives them a little while. Still 11 sheep, and we started with 10. We got one, so we're up to 11. I think I'm expecting another one in a couple days' time or so. But I need to head on down to the store, top this off with some diesel fuel. I mean, since it's still raining, I don't know. I mean, do I want to build the shed while it's raining? I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I probably got a few more hours of rain here, so yeah, I'll see if my nails, since I'm down at the store, see if the hardware's in, the nails and stuff, and I'll pop the shed up, I guess, while it's still raining. Gotta do something. Gotta keep myself busy. Well, I must admit, I think the shed came out a lot better than I thought. Um, yeah, I was able to make it deeper than I wanted to, and I had enough posts to go ahead and give it some extra support in the center. Got the lights up. Not too bad overall, because we got the wood from making the planks and posts ourselves, but all the metal roofing and the electrical part of it, yeah, we had to pay for that. So it cost me like $4,500 for all the extra material, for nails, electrical, and the metal roofing. I'm getting a deal on the metal roofing because that also is kind of used material. Originally we had some left over from the house that was here, but I used all that metal up, and yeah, I was able to get some from the store. Not too bad though, comes out rather nicely. Hopefully in the future here, I can go ahead and bring some seed, fertilizer, and some lime up. I can go ahead and put it in here rather than leaving out in the rain. And of course, plenty of room for material in here for sure. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to start packing this up into the shed. And I think the only way to do is just start grabbing some stuff and start putting it in there. It's a rather deep shed, so I mean, I could actually put the trailers in there and leave some implements in here. I think first thing I will do is I will grab the trailer just to get that out of there, and I probably will put that in that new shed that we have. I probably should also be checking the prices, because we do have soybean and canola to sell. Actually, putting the trailer away is kind of I want to say a stupid move right now, because I will be using that here shortly to feed the chickens when the rain eventually does stop. But I want to put one of these trailers in here just to see. Yeah, I'm not going to try to squeeze too much into the sheds. I think one trailer on one side is good enough. I was thinking, okay, can I put two in here side by side and all that? Right now, I don't have that much stuff. So in the future, if I do start getting way too much stuff, then I'll start figuring out where to put some things. But right now, just by getting that, I think we are more than good. I don't need to hook up any hoses or anything like that. So I'm just going here. I just can't lift it up now because I don't have the hoses attached. So the weeder is something I will be using quite often. So actually that's, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to try to put everything in two bays, two things in one bay at a time here. Just want to give myself some room in the other one. Boy, just by taking a few things out of there, that shed is really opening up now. Alright, the wood chipper is something I won't be using. I'll be using enough, but not enough to where I think that needs to be up front. I do need to give myself some room to get out of the tractor. And see, what else can I be putting in here? Well, the front loader should can go in somewhere. I won't move the bags over until the rain stops. Actually, the fertilizer spreader can be moved out of here as well. So what I would like to do is actually bring the combine harvester and park that back up here. But I'll move some of that stuff around when I use it. There we go. We'll back this in here. This will work perfectly, I think. Starting to look a little bit better around here. Now I can get to my mower, our trailer for any kind of pallets or stuff like that. Oh, that's looking much better. Yeah, so the combine, I'll park the combine back up here. I actually got enough room in the new shed to even put more stuff over here. So like the plow, I should really probably put the plow behind where the weeder is, and then the weeder can go in front of the plow subsoiler, although I'm going to be using the subsoiler shortly. Maybe in the afternoon hours. Yeah, I can put the combine in there, and maybe even the loading wagon, the bigger stuff, and that will open up the bale shed, because I am going to kind of need the bale shed at some point. With the cows and the horses needing hay and straw, I guess I'll just be picking up loose straw with the loading wagon and top the animals off that way. As for making hay, well, I don't have a tedder and all that stuff yet, but the horses, we got oats growing there, so the horses will be fine. So yeah, let me just come on over here. I brought the lumber over for the horse barn. I got a diagram sort of drawn up inside the cabin. I just don't know where to, I don't have a final design, I think is what I want to say, but yeah, I got the lumber right over here for it. I figure put the horses here so that way I can kind of see them from the log cabin, keep an eye on them, and of course they'll be kind of like next to the chickens, so it all kind of works out. And then put a road in between the chickens and the horses to get in here. Start making some roads. I need to start clearing up more of these shrubs so they don't get grown in too much, so I'll have to take care of them as well. So but at least the shed is built, and in the near future, yep, a cow barn and a horse paddock, I guess. Now, I still have not heard from the farm owner. I put a letter in there last week asking some questions about would he be interested in selling the farm, and if so, how much would he sell this farm for, or what kind of deal he might want to give me, because I'm starting to think I need his plan being here long term, because my memory's just not coming back to me. In addition, recently now to that letter, I have asked about the horse that I went and took care. Well, one of the horses I went and took care of at one of those one of his farms, and that was the horse with no name. I asked about, well, if no one wants that horse, is that possible to get the horse here? So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to hear from the farm owner. If the letter's in there, I hear from him when I hear from him. So yeah, I need to go down and take care of the chickens, because the chickens definitely need some feed. I don't want them running low, only because they are producing some eggs for us. I think I'm going to take out the rest of the barley here. And let me cover that up. Now we'll go down and get the rest of the barley just to empty out that section of the silo, clean up that silo. I'm a little concerned about the silos. Looking at them, one of them is kind of tipped over. but it seems sturdy enough. So but that I don't have any kind of cash to be fixing a silo. I'm trying to save up for a brand new tractor. Well, the tractor I'm looking at, it's kind of new. It does have some, but it's got hours on it. Another farmer tried it, and apparently, well, I don't know, it didn't seem to work well for them, I suppose. Alright, according to my tablet here, how does that do for the chickens? So the chickens should be good for a while. Yeah, we're getting chickens pretty fast now. Every 2 hours I'm getting another chicken. So that is good because eggs do pretty darn good here. Let me just get out of here now so I don't make sure I don't run over any chickens. I'm actually thinking about maybe fencing in the chickens a little bit, but they don't seem to be roaming off at all, so maybe not adding fence lines around here. Like I said, there's no natural predators around. Basically I don't see any animals except for the ones that I have here on the farm. I'm still kind of confused about that field there because I know I weeded that field. Not only did I thought I weeded the field, those weeds are pretty matured. So I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, so the combine, the loading wagon, I think I may bring back up to that shed here. But for now, for them to be there is fine as well. But I do have to plan kind of a little bit for the future, knowing that I would like to have a butterfly mower. But when I cut that grass for the 250,000 liters, it took a while. Definitely, I did some information looking on the store's webpage, and definitely making a field to grow grass in will produce more of a yield, so I won't have to do as much work. So instead of me just going around and getting grass that way, that could be something I need to do. Yes, right. I need to check the prices on canola. Yeah, so the silage 170, kind of know that. So it's so price, not great. Egg price, not great. That's terrible. The wool price, we don't have that much wool to even be concerned about. So probably won't look at that for a while. But soybean, 756. That is a low price. Hopefully it goes back up. And the canola price was around 680. And it only dropped to 614, so maybe the market is starting to get more of a demand for that. So hopefully next time it goes up, I can bring that down to the store and sell that. If I get up to upper 700s, that'd be great. So we probably got like $75,000 worth of crop between the canola and soybean, somewhere in there. So if I add that to what I have now, that'll bring the farm up to 150,000. And then of course we got the silage to do as well. Plenty of things to look into, but then I got to save some money to buy some material for the cows, and of course some material for the horses as well. And now I'm just going to sit here and wait, and hopefully the rain kind of stops here sometime soon. But man, I got a lot of parking spaces now, don't I? Whew. It's looking a lot better. That's a decent sized shed. When I started piling lumber there, I didn't know how much of an area I was going to have. But I was hoping for about 5 bays, and well, I got 4 bays and 2 on the side. So yeah, I got 6 bays, and it's deeper than I thought it would be. But yeah, when the rain stops, I got to hook up these lights because I'm not going to hook up lights and power in the rain. And yeah, also now I can grab this trailer here, head on down to the store, grab a whole bunch of seed, fertilizer, bring it on back to the farm and have it up here. Although it's not that bad of a trip down to the store and back. But as the farm gets bigger, I'm going to find something out, because just doing those bags at a time, it's going to get yeah, it's going to be a lot of traveling back and forth with bags, trying to get them situated here at the farm. Maybe I'll just go back into the cabin and... Oh, seems like it's getting a little bit brighter. But I think I'm going to go back in the cabin. I'm a little wet from building that building, so I'm probably going to change... hang up these clothes. I still only got this one set of clothes. I probably should check on the store, see if they can get me groceries and get me clothes, I would assume. Basically, I got the same set of clothes on from day one. I just wash them in the pond once in a while and hang them up to dry. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to come in here, hang up to dry, and maybe have a little something to eat. Sounds good. Finally, the rain stopped a few hours ago, but there is not much daylight left for today. When the rain started to slow down and went to a drizzle, I said, well, I'm going to get these lights in the shed, the brand new shed, all set, ready to go for this evening. And then luckily the rain did stop before I started doing electrical work on the outside of it. So hopefully the lights will work later on. But it did give me also some time to let the field go ahead and dry out. After the rain passed, we did get some pretty nice breezes, so that did help out dry out the crop a little bit. But this crop is going to go right into storage. And that's why I'm harvesting this field and this field only, because, yeah, nighttime is approaching. I mean, I probably could go ahead and harvest the other field, but I'm not going to try to work at night around here. I mean, I could. I mean, these vehicles do have lights on them, but I don't know. I think it's crucial for me to just make sure I keep getting my rest when I can. And also the other part of me is thinking is, what's the rush? Now this should be soybean that I'm harvesting. Another reason why I want to do this field first, hopefully the price, morning time, every time I wake up in the morning now, the first thing I'm going to do when I roll over in bed is grab the tablet and see what the market is going for the crops that we have, which is canola, soybean, eggs, and silage. Got to keep an eye on all those. Yeah, the wool, not so much. It's going to take a while for the sheep. I mean, once the sheep start going, I think they're going to produce more and more wool, which, you know, just makes sense. More sheep you get, more wool you get. And I'm not too worried about the sheep down there. They got plenty of room to walk around, so getting more sheep, I think socially, I think they'll be fine. And I want to kind of do the same concept with the cows, give them like a nice big open pasture. Let them free range. Cows usually don't wander off too far. They pretty much stay right where their food is. So yeah, I'm going to definitely build them a nice little barn so when bad weather comes they can go inside if they want. So about 36 hours or almost 40 hours straight of rain. I'm liking that we got the shed put up rather cheaply. It's good that, you know, the farm kind of owns all the land around here. I mean, if it wasn't for us getting the lumber itself, this could get rather expensive. So by gathering our own trees and using the table saw that's provided for us over in the, I'm going to call that like the wood shed, because I mean the wood chipper's there. This takes a little time with the table saw, getting the beams and planks cut to the right size and everything that you want. Alright, let's go dump this into our silo. Probably just a couple thousand liters. And right now I'm going to park the combine right back where I got it from. Until I get that shed kind of figured out the way I want it to be. Still got to move some stuff out. The pallets I need to move out. The subsoil that needs to be moved out. And then I can park the combine back in there. I mean, there's nothing wrong where I park the combine down here or back in the original shed where I found it when I got here. A shed's a shed. As long as it doesn't leak, we're all set. I'm going to leave the top cover open on the combine tonight just because that crop still was a little damp, and of course I'm going to leave this out so it can air out, and that way when I start harvesting tomorrow, if it's not raining, I'll have a nice dry combine. So on the shed back here, it's on a sensor. So I gotta wait until dark, until the sensor kicks in and the lights will come on. So these will be on automatically, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So that's gotta wait a little bit until nighttime to see if the lights actually do work. So yeah, so the bags of fertilizer, seed, and lime can go over here. Maybe even put the front loader in the bucket over here. This one here, I probably built the shed a little bit too close. So I mean, over here, I may just use this as like a drive-through parking area. So some of these trees, well, they may be coming down and throwing the wood chipper for a little extra money. Or I may make some more wood planks and post, and who knows, I might be building more things. I may build another one of these sheds at some point. Well, nighttime is here, and the lights finally did come on. So that's working perfectly like it should. I'm starting to wonder, though, this little turbine that we have here that generates power on here. Yeah, I'm starting getting a lot of lights here. I may have to pop up a new one of those just to help us produce the amount of power I need around here. I mean, the cabin's going to take a good amount of power. We got lights there. I mean, they're energy efficient lights, but still, that wind turbine is not like the most powerful thing. So I may need to look into maybe getting another one of those. Don't know. Or maybe get like a transformer, something that could take power from that and get a transformer and boost up the power that way. Not too sure. But man, I'm exhausted. The rain will do that to you, but man, building this thing as well made me tired. Back to the cabin. I do have a frozen pizza. That sounds good. I can throw that in the oven while I get relaxed. And by the time I get all comfortable, that pizza should be done.